Level 80, bro. I'm actually fucking grinding. Who's online? Damn, everyone and their mama's online right now. I should do these heist contracts. I love heist. I love heist. Nice. It already was worth it. Also, peep the new JermRo. There's a new JermRo video. So I'm one of those weirdos that actually likes to play video games with the lights on. I feel like visually I can see more, like I'm more aware. Oh, we got Sanctum runs. Should I even bother? It's the caverns that are fine, I believe. Let me double check though. So each of these room names is like a different encounter, so I'm trying to figure out which is the easiest. If I want to have a fucking chance. It's the cellar, and I would have picked wrong if I didn't fucking check. Okay. The cellar is the right way. Cellar and reliquary are the ways I want to be going. Why is it always these guys? It's so annoying. Oh, I can fucking see again. Look at that. That's unfortunate. I gotta go in the caverns. I mean, this is gonna be the one that I fail, probably. Unless I get easy guards. No, we're definitely failing this. Bro, it spawned behind him. Hello? Love it, dude. I'm gonna lose to the fucking reliquary monsters and not the actual fucking enemies that I'm supposed to be killing. I hate this stupid Sanctum in fucking Ruthless. It's so annoying. It's like so not fun. Oh my god, I hate that shit. I hate it so much. I'm just not gonna do it. It's a waste of time. That shit annoys the fuck out of me, dude. The fact that, like, hey, this game is shit and we could easily boycott it and probably impact their fucking revenue and then force them to make some change. Why the fuck is my game so laggy, dude? Okay. Relax. Holy fucking shit. I gotta go quickly. I can't lose that map, actually. I do not have the money for that. Why am I even in here? Get me the fuck out of here. I'm not even gonna walk in there. Like, I say this story all the time, but this game had the exact same fucking problem as Apex. For a time, they were, and it wasn't even a money thing. What they were doing, what this company was doing, GGG, what they were doing was they were on a very strict 3-month content schedule. Every 3 months, without fail, they release a huge new content update, complete with, like, new skills, new endgame, new fucking league content, huge shit, complete rebalances to the fucking meta every 3 months. And so every 3 months they would release a league that would end up being really cool, but in the beginning would be fucking horseshit. Servers would be so fucking dog shit that you couldn't join for hours. Streamer clients that were being given to streamers without their fucking knowledge, and so they were getting in games and people were watching them play while everyone else couldn't. There were so many like bugs with the game. We had mechanics that were just like one-shotting people, like that just should never have happened. You know, things that should have been very obviously play tested, but they were on such a tight schedule that they just never fixed it. And on top of that, their game is like fucking spaghetti code anyway. But like they actually, I don't remember what league it was, but they actually took a league to not add a lot of content. They still fucking added content, but they took a league off. They added a little bit of content, just a tiny bit, just to keep it fresh, and then they just quality of life and bug fix the fuck out of whatever they could. They started improving the audio. They started improving the servers. The servers, I mean, I still get fucking shit servers every once in a while, but like, they are actively like fixing the game, and now this game is in such a fucking good state. I like literally cannot stop myself from playing it all the time. Like, it's so fun, it's so succulent. It's also a fucking free game, and you know how much money I've spent on this free game? I've spent hundreds of fucking dollars on this free game because this company actually gives a fuck. Like, they've been working on this game forever. They're making a PoE 2. Like, they love this game with all their heart, and I love it too. And they actually care about the game. They care about the community. They fucking listen to it sometimes, and like, their game is alive and well and only growing. Like, oh, fuck, man. Man, this map sucks because all these little skeleton guys cast spells, and they hurt like a motherfucker, and I don't have any spell suppression. And they keep getting resummoned. Okay, he had cycling resistances, that's why he didn't... I swear to God, it's cycling resistances, but always on physical damage first. So I think on the Atlas tree here next, I actually want to go for strong boxes, because I think if I could potentially spawn more gem cutters, strong boxes, and I'm pretty sure those things exist still, that might be the play, because I'm desperately in need of auras. Like, I'm not like terrible on gear. I could probably make it to like tier 6, 7 maps if I find them. I definitely am gonna need skill. Like, I'm gonna need fucking my normal auras, like at least 1 damage aura, at least 1 fucking defensive aura if I'm gonna live this shit in reality and actually get to like red maps and shit. And I think that's the best way to do so, is strong boxes. At least what I've read online. And you know, those motherfuckers on the internet never lie. I normally skip ritual, but I guess I like kind of have to do it now. I need every item I can get. I need access to every item I can get. And I'm already an SSF player, so I already play like most of the game, but like this is making me play even more of the game. Even the game that I skip normally. And it's not even that ritual is bad. It's just not. I just don't like doing it. I feel like it takes so much time, and the rewards are like usually never worth it. Every once in a while you get like something crazy, like 5 divine or some shit, but it's just ritual splinters. I didn't mean to buy the fucking shield. God damn it. So apparently there's a new like busted build with curses in this game, using a new unique gloves, and it doesn't look too hard to get all the gear for. That might be the chase build this league. This is the first league I've actually played more than one build, like legitimately. I've leveled 3 completely different separate builds to maps. I have a attack build, which is the one you're seeing. I have a cold dot trickster, and then I have my toxic rain pathfinder. So I have a spellcaster, a melee, or like an attack guy, and then a fucking ranged guy. Necro builds, well, I mean, they're still like okay. They actually nerfed the fuck out of Specters last league, so they kind of, with every Spectre build, this is why they nerfed it. Every Spectre build would use the same 2 Specters. They would use 2 different monkeys. One of them would generate power charges, one of them would generate frenzy charges, which is what's like these little green dots that are circling around me sometimes. It would generate those for your minions like every 5 seconds or something. So they would always have maximum charges, which just gave them like a ridiculous power boost at all times. And the monkeys are really easy to get. You get them in like the 6th act of the campaign or something. You can have both of the monkeys. And you can have actually up to 4 like Specters normally, just like on any given minion build. So you can have those 2 monkeys and then 2 other minions that buff your specific minions. Oh, I might die here. So this boss fight's funny in that it spawns like a trillion fucking enemies. Okay, which one of you has fucking... This is fucking chaos, dude. No, no. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, good. Bro, how am I getting so many fucking corrupting blood fuckers? Oh, I gotta kill this guy like instantly. There's so much shit on the ground too. Dude, I swear, if I get another corrupting blood fucker, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's enough. Fucking die. So much shit here, dude. It's because it spawns these rares. And rares just have a higher chance to drop shit. So many fucking rares. I love how many like different kinds of gamers there are, dude. I was thinking about it the other day because like this game is like such a niche. There's not that many people who are into like the Diablo style games, right? Like, I mean, there is like obviously there has to be a large chunk if Diablo is such a popular game, but like in the grand scheme of gamers, like if you compare people who play Diablo style games, like Diablo style RPGs, to shooters, like first person shooters, oh my fucking god. The numbers would be like ridiculous. There's so many like different games, and there's so many like communities like that are just, wow, so many games. Fantastic. Anyone over here that wants to let me TP off of them? Nice. Thank you for your service, sir. Metamorph too. I normally don't do Metamorph, and this league is making me do a lot of them. I've gotten more body parts this league in this fucking item scarcity mode than I have in the last fucking like 3 leagues combined. It's ridiculous. I actually hate Metamorph. I think it's a bad league mechanic. Mechanically, it makes a lot of sense for the PoE in particular, but I fucking hate it. It's my least favorite thing in the game. It's basically build your own boss, and I fucking hate it. It's so obnoxious. Yeah, it is overwhelming to get into these games, and the thing that people do wrong, and like I was trying to tell one of my friends who wanted to try this game, is that you have to follow a guide. Like, the first time you play, I don't care how good you think you are at video games, you have to follow a guide, or these games are not fun. Like, you will have no fucking clue what's going on unless you follow a guide, but if you follow a guide, it's not that bad. Like, it's pretty easy to understand what's going on when you have a guide. And then once you have a guide and you play it the first time, and if you like it, you know, you can then plan your next build. You can be like, oh, you know, I found this one cool item, so now I can plan another build. Like, that's the whole point of the game. But it is, like, a lot of information, but, like, it's also a game that you really, like, this game in particular, like, you can literally do whatever you want. Because, like, I mean, look, I'll overwhelm you some more. This is the end game Atlas tree, so not only does your character have a passive tree, but your end game content also has a fucking passive tree. And each of these little nodes are a different league mechanic. This is Metamorph, this is Essence, this is Heist. and you can literally completely block out all the content you don't want to play, and you can hyper focus on the shit you do want to play. If you want to do solely bossing, you can block out every single league mechanic and go all the way up to the top of the map here and get all of the bossing nodes that you want and just fight bosses if that's what you want to do. If you want to be like me and farm heist all day, you can get every single heist node, which is what I'm going to do on the tree. You see there's 5 of them, and I'm going to get every single one of them, and I'm going to only heist for like a month straight. Useful is like a subjective term, right? There's nothing in this game that's not useful. Like, you can play any part of the game and you can progress in any part of the game, and almost all of it will get you to the same like end game bosses and will get you to that same power level that you're looking for, regardless of what you're doing. Because the end game mechanic revolves around mapping anyway, you're just kind of like, you're going to be running maps. You're going to be playing the game. That's the type of game this is, right? You're running dungeons over and over and over again. You're going to be seeing the same type of dungeons. But the things you see in those dungeons are what you control. You even get to control what fucking maps you want to run. You can put maps, once you unlock these slots, you have to do certain things. Like, they're really hard. This is the actual end game stuff. But once you get to the real, like, full end game and you start clearing end game bosses, you can then, like, for the min-max of your character, you can literally just like, oh, I want this map and this map only, these 2 maps. And those are like the only 2 maps you're going to see. You fill out your whole atlas tree to be exactly what the fuck you want. And then you just play the game how you want it. It's fantastic. Well, that's the thing. It is just throwing shit in because they can. But when you see this shit in maps, I mean, not in what I'm playing, because what I'm playing, you just never see shit. But like when you're playing the normal game, that's the point. Like, you're going to see a lot of shit and you're going to be fighting a lot. But then when you get far, like, when you start to progress, you can then focus. You can then tailor exactly what you want. There's a lot of stuff because that's just the nature of the game. There's a lot of mechanics. Like, there's cluster jewels, which is the delirium mechanic. There's fucking sanctified relics, which is the newest mechanic, which are soul tied to your account. You can't trade them. Like, there's so many different mechanics and so many different builds that, like, all of these mechanics have a purpose. It might not have a purpose for what you're doing, but it will have a purpose for, like, another build in the game. And they have cut out a lot of content. You say, why have that much stuff? Like, what? What am I supposed to do? Do nothing? Like, the more content in a map, like, the better. Like, I'm just playing the game more. Why the fuck would I not want that? I do get it that it's overwhelming, but, like, from a player who's playing the game, like, why would you not want more content? And again, the game lets you take shit out. Like, if you don't want all of this shit, and it's in the beginning too, like, you can legitimately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's like all of the tier 1 maps. Those are super easy to get through, and you can literally completely block out everything if you wanted to. Obviously you don't want to, but like, you could in theory block literally everything out and just like map if you wanted to, and you can do that super early. So there is a lot of shit. And you can also, oh man, I really need a cluster jewel. Where do you get cluster jewels? You get it from delirium. Okay, I'll block everything else off but delirium so that I only see that. So that way, anytime I go into a map, it's not overwhelming. I'm just seeing one thing, I'm doing that one thing, and then I'm clearing the map, and then that's it. And this is endgame. Like, you still have like a whole campaign you have to get through before you even see this shit. Where you have to learn about linking skills and what items are good and shit. It's like, this game has so much like knowledge. And it is overwhelming, but that's the joy of the game. Which is what I'm saying, like, not everyone is a fucking knowledge gamer. Like, some people just want to hop on the game to not think, to just shoot at something, to just, like, relax. But my relaxing is thinking way too much about, can I equip these gloves? It's gonna lower my dex by 5, but I could just lower this one gem, and, like, the fucking ladder of thought that comes off of this one thing. Like, that's the kind of gaming I like to do. That's why Apex is so fun to me. Like, I see a team, and I'm like, okay, what are the possibilities? I heard somebody shooting behind. I see this team in front of me. I see there are 2 people. I don't know if there's a third. Maybe there's not a third. That might be a potential to push. Oh, but we're in high ground. You know, like, there's just, like, that fucking trail of thought. I love that. I love being able to, like, think intricately about stupid things like this. I ran out of maps. I guess I gotta get more.